Hey, how you doing? Got a minute? Got a quick story for you. It's actually more of a rant, so I'm just gonna let it rip. Back in the day, we're talking 80s here, I wore cologne. A lot of people wore cologne. Cologne was a big thing, along with pegging your pants, which we could talk about that some other time. Back then, I was rocking English leather. I loved the little wooden cap on it. I wore Jacquard, Aramis, and occasionally when I wanted to be a sexy lumberjack in a candle shop, I would put on Obsession for Men. There were so many colognes to choose from. Of course, you had the Polo guys. Now, the Polo guys, those guys wore their Polo like it was armor. I don't know what they did. They pour it over their head. They like hose themselves down with it. One thing they definitely didn't do, they didn't walk through the spray like and walk through it briskly like you're supposed to. They sprayed it and danced through it and worked on their dance moves like they were at the Palace nightclub. I mean, you could smell those guys from miles away when you're standing at the Orange Lockers. You're like, oh, there's so-and-so coming up. You can smell so-and-so. Here he comes. I don't want to name names, but I have like 50 of them in my head right there. But I don't want to name anybody because I didn't like Polo. It's just not my smell. Today, a guy gets on the shuttle with a cologne on that is so strong. And of course, he sits right behind me, and the smell of his cologne is like wafting over the seat, like I feel like I'm in a cloud of poison. And immediately, my mind goes back to a memory when I was younger. And it was on a hot summer day at my Nana's house, and we were in the kitchen, and it was a drought. So it was super hot, and the sugar ants were going crazy on the counter, trying to get any liquid they could. And she went around the corner and came back with a big can of Raid and sprayed all the ants down and killed them all. That's what this guy smelled like. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, I gotta ask this guy what he's wearing. I gotta figure this one out. So I say, hey, sir, sorry to bother you. What are you wearing for a cologne? And he says, Polo. Polo, what's up with you, Polo? Used to be the king of cologne in the 80s. And now you smell like my Nana's house on a day of pest control. All right, smell you later.